Ram Nath Kovind confers Padma Awards for the year 2022 in New Delhi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman moves Appropriation Bill and Finance Bill 2022. Rajya Sabha takes up discussion. Assam Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Bimal Bora stresses sports infrastructure upgrade in the state. Coda, big winner clinching Best Picture Award at the 94th Academy Awards ceremony. And Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga hails Information and Public Relations Department on completing 50 years. Very good evening, viewers, and a warm welcome to Northeast News Bulletin. I'm Changamla Thumra, and now the stories in detail. President Ram Nath Kovind conferred the Padma Awards for the year 2022 at a civil investiture ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. The prominent Padma Vibhushan recipients include classical vocalist Dr. Prabha Atre and political leader Kalyan Singh, who were awarded posthumously. The Padma Bhushan recipients include actor Victor Banerjee, writer Dr. Pratibha Ray and Acharya Vashishta Tripathi. The awards are conferred in three categories: Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. These awards are given in various disciplines such as art, social work, public affairs, science and engineering, trade and industry, medicine, literature and education, sports and civil service. Padma Vibhushan is awarded for exceptional and distinguished service, Padma Bhushan for distinguished service of high order, and Padma Shri for distinguished service in any field.
Shri
Rajya Sabha has taken up discussion on the Appropriation Bill 2022 and the Finance Bill 2022. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman moved the bills. Initiating the discussion, Congress MP Shakti Singh Gohil said COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the budgets of households. He said no change in tax slab is disappointing as the middle class suffered immensely during the pandemic. Gohil slammed the government for raising excise duty on petroleum products. Participating in the discussion, BJP member Sushil Kumar Modi criticized the opposition for allegedly provoking the people against the lockdown imposed during the COVID-19 pandemic. He said these measures have helped in containing the COVID-19 spread. He also appreciated the efforts for providing free food grains to poor families. MPs of other political parties also participated in the discussion.
By the Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. And
you have to speak, please.
Yes, sir. With your permission, sir, I rise again to move that the bill to give effect to the financial proposals of the central government for the financial year 22-23 as passed by the Lok Sabha be taken into consideration.
Labour and Employment Minister Bhupender Yadav informed the Lok Sabha that the government considers revising the pay ceiling from time to time. However, at the moment, there are no pending proposals with the government. Yadav was responding to N.K. Premchandran's question if the government would revise the 21,000 rupees cap for eligibility for entitlements under the ESIC. The minister apprised the House about the Social Security Code implemented by the ministry to include the population not a part of the employees' State Insurance Corporation ESIC scheme.
8 मार्च को जो पूरे देश में महिला दिवस मनाया गया था, दिल्ली में मेरे आवास पे हमने 2 क्षेत्रों की महिलाओं को चिन्हित किया था। एक बीड़ी क्षेत्र।
In Assam Assembly, Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Bimal Bora today said the present government has laid emphasis on development of sports infrastructure in the state. In response to a query by MLA Dharmeshwar Kuar, Bora said 40 mini stadiums will be constructed in 40 assembly constituencies of the state at a cost of 12 crore rupees. Meanwhile, opposition MLAs protested in the House as their demand for discussion on price rise was not accepted by the Speaker Biswajit Daimari. Annual administrative reports of various departments were also filed in the House today. Time for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay with us.
Come on boys, let's go practice.
अरे रुक यार, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में गलत एंट्री का प्रॉब्लम हो गया है।
अरे तो बैंक को कंप्लेन करना।
बैंक को लिखे 1 महीना हो गया है, बट वो गूगली पे गूगली डाले जा रहा है।
तो आरबीआई के बैंकिंग लोकपाल को इन्फॉर्म करो।
रुक, मैं समझाता हूँ। जैसे क्रिकेट में थर्ड अंपायर, वैसे ही आरबीआई का बैंकिंग ओम्बुड्समैन। आरबीआई कहता है अगर बैंक आपकी कंप्लेंट को 1 महीने में नहीं सुलझाता तो आप आरबीआई के कंप्लेंट मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम पर ऑनलाइन कंप्लेंट कर सकते हैं। ये आरबीआई का आसान तरीका है आपकी कंप्लेंट सुलझाने का, और वो भी फ्री।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. At the 94th Academy Awards ceremony, Will Smith won the first Oscar of his career for his performance in King Richard. Jessica Chastain won Best Actress for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Coda was the big winner of the night, winning the Best Picture award. The film was nominated in 3 categories and won all 3. The other 2 are Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor for Troy Kutsa. Jane Campion won the Best Director award for the film The Power of the Dog. Dune won 6 awards at the Oscars out of its 10 nominations: Best Original Score, Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects, Best Film Editing, Best Sound and Best Production Design. The Oscar award for Best Supporting Actor went to Troy Kutsa for his role in Coda. He is the first deaf male actor ever to be nominated and to win an Oscar. Best Supporting Actress award was won by Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga congratulated the Information and Public Relations Department on completing 50 years in the service of the people and government of Mizoram. Joining the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the department as the chief guest at the department's auditorium in Aizawl, Zoramthanga remembered the rudimentary means of communication employed to reach the masses in the early 1970s. He added that they played a key role then and still continues to play a vital role for the government in dissemination of information. Asserting that the media is a very powerful tool today, Chief Minister Zoramthanga called for caution using the new media, particularly social media, and be vigilant towards negating its undesirable effects. Stressing on unbiased reporting by the media, Zoramthanga said the media must ensure adequate coverage of news concerning all sections of the society. The Director General, Border Roads Task Force and senior police officials called on Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. They gave a brief presentation on Indo-Myanmar border, Manipur, at the Cabinet Hall. In a tweet, Biren Singh appreciated the BRTF working round the clock for the socio-economic development of remote regions in the state. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio, who is currently the chairman of Northeastern Regional Power Committee, hailed a centre for its support and implementation of various projects. In a tweet, the Chief Minister said his government will set up several hydro and solar power projects. New inter- and intrastate transmission lines are also in the pipeline, Rio added. In sports news, in the IPL cricket, new entrants are playing today. Lucknow Super Giants and Gujarat Titans are the 2 new entrants in the 10-team Indian Premier League IPL 2022 edition. Both teams will take each other on in the 4th match at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. Gujarat Titans will be led by Hardik Pandya in the tournament, while KL Rahul is the skipper of Lucknow Super Giants. In Meghalaya, James Sangma, Minister in charge Forest and Environment, released a book titled Withering Forests and Dying Rivers, authored by environmentalist Nabha Bhattacharjee. Addressing the gathering, Sangma said that in the name of development, nature is exploited. A multitude of flora and fauna are facing extinction. He said the book is an attempt to highlight issues regarding the environment to the people. A panel discussion was also held on diminishing environmental landscape of Meghalaya and solution-based roadmap for mitigation. In Meghalaya, a total of 202 aspiring youths attended the one-day orientation program for the Meghalaya Civil Service aspirants organized by the West Jaintia Hills District Administration in the District Library Auditorium, Minthong, Jowai. W.K. Kharluki, Extra Assistant Commissioner, gave tips on how to prepare for MCS prelims and mains. Sanatan Das, Sub-Regional Employment Officer, was also present in the event and gave a PowerPoint presentation guiding the aspirants on cracking the exam. The Barak Valley in Manipur is a delight to many tourists, bird lovers and trekkers. To further strengthen the tourism prospects in the area, 44 Assam Rifles under the aegis of 22 Sector Inspector General Assam Rifles has constructed the Barak View Lounge for tourists and passengers commuting on National Highway 137, boasting facilities for rest, water, electricity and toilets with intricate bamboo craft work. This transient facility was today inaugurated by the Commandant, Tamenglong Battalion, assuring all help to the villagers in further improving the basic infrastructure in the village. The Commandant, Assam Rifles, also handed over sports items to a youth organization of the village. This toilet is the 8th toilet dedicated to the locals of Tamenglong by the battalion, thus effectively contributing towards Swachh Bharat. And finally, to end the news, the main points once again. President Ram Nath Kovind confers Padma Awards for the year 2022 in New Delhi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamana moves Appropriation Bill and Finance Bill 2022. Rajya Sabha takes up discussion. Assam Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Bimal Bora stresses sports infrastructure upgrade in state. Koda, big winner clinching Best Picture Award at the 94th Academy Awards ceremony. And Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga hails Information and Public Relations Department on completing 50 years. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.